Hi,
Robin. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for inviting me. I don't often get invited on channels, but so that's really nice.
Well, I don't know why that is, but I am so happy that you said yes. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much. Um, let's just say hello to some people that are here. And so we'll only say hello to some people, not all people. No, we'll say hello to everyone. I'm teasing. Um, and then let's get going. I'm wow, I'm seeing some great chatters. Like there's Hershey and Thomas, the wonderful duo. There's Tarot Stash is multitasking. Don't hurt yourself. Beverly S, you found the house you want in Ohio. Let's pray you get it, because then you'll be my neighbor. That would be so fun. So I hope you get it, because that sounds wonderful. My spread cloth keeps moving on me. Sorry. So Beverly S. and Heather, good morning. And Gerald's doing Heather's doing adulting stuff. Yeah. Good morning, Flowing. As soon as we're over, I'll be in my PJs the rest of the day. Heather just got the new Witchy Lenormand from the Netherlands. That sounds intriguing. And there's Madame Maru's House of Cards. There's Toadstool Tarot. Everybody keep an eye on that guy. He's in the chat. There's Mary Lloyd. Thank you, Mary Lloyd, for being here and for always supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Karen Johnson is here. Hershey, like I said, Hershey and Thomas. Hershey says, Grand Rising, Robin and Jane and Robin, and everyone in the chat, sending blessings and positive vibes to all. Because that is Hershey. She's just a ball of sunshine. And there's Thomas, Tarot Your Way. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Mousy. Nice to have you here. Hi, MJ420. Do you know that today is the same backwards as it is forwards?
Huh. Well, also, you know about 420, right?
Yes, I wasn't born yesterday, honey. And I grew up in LA. So yes, it is a holiday. And not it's even bigger today because it's frontwards and backwards. It's the same.
Yeah.
I don't know how often that'll happen. So anyways, good morning, MJ420. Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a great day.
I think there's some significance to those mirrored dates. I have a little mantra that I say when my digital clock gives me repeat numbers like 222.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whenever I happen to notice that, I just pop into my recite my mantra aloud. I don't know why I do that, but it's sort of a ritual, and I feel like somehow it connects me with external intelligence or whatever's out there. That I'm acknowledging some kind of communication there.
I always tell people when they see numbers like that or synchronicities like that, if you see your birthday, angel numbers, 12, 12, 10, 10, like interesting numbers, if something grabs you, I will pull over my car when it reaches like an interesting number, I've got to catch it. I will pull over my car and take a picture of the thing. So anyway, I think there's something to that. Karen Johnson's in the house.
I saw Ramon just popped in.
Oh, Moonscarab Ramon. Hello, Ramon. I get talking too fast. I'm sorry. I'm going to slow it down. Your deck is beautiful. I can't wait to see it, Heather. See, this is me slowing down. And Heather says it's good to see you, Robin. So we're so glad that you're showing your face around these parts. Hi, Trey. Nice to have you. Beverly. 420 is my middle name. You're moving it to a good state. What was that? Did you hear that?
What did you hear?
A
No. Oh,
okay.
could it be me opening my soda bottle?
No, because it was. Did anybody else hear that? If you heard that in the chat, let me know. It's something that we've been, there's a few of us that have been hearing this on YouTube. And so if anybody has any ideas about that, if you hear it, let me know. Okay.
Looks like 3 people did.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Pisces greeter Teresa is here. Scorpio Mama's here. Hello. And there's Ramon, Moon Scarab. Hello. And okay, don't worry about it, you guys. Flowing can't put in links because her problems. We understand. Don't you even worry about it. You just sit there and enjoy flowing. That's all we want you to do. All right. Ellen R., hello. Yeah, and see, Gerald says, I love that, Robin. That's a wonderful ritual that builds energy. And sip, Jane. Yeah, I've been sipping too much coffee. Hang on. Let's just get through this real quick. Okay. Scorpio Mama heard it. It sounded like a breath, maybe. Ellen R. heard it. And Gerald heard it. Oh, and Heather heard it. And Ramon heard it. Beverly S. heard it. Yeah. Interesting. I'm just going to say that somebody that I know that we heard that on a playback live, and we investigated it, and it was spirits. So I'm not going to freak you out or anything, but it was spirits. So
maybe they're responding to my talking about the repeat number communications.
Maybe that was your affirmation besides Gerald's. Yeah. Interesting.
They helped me today.
Yeah, it sounded like a steam release, but it wasn't your soda or your carbonated water or whatever it is you were drinking. Oh, even Trey heard it, and MJ420 heard it, and Ellen says maybe it was the bottle, but I don't think it wasn't. That's what it sounds like. It sounds more like somebody's popping a cap. They're popping popping tags. They're popping tags. I don't know if you know that song. Popping tags at Goodwill. Anyway, okay, Karen Johnson heard it too. So hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Robin, I think that I've said hello to everybody, and it sounded like a deck sliding to you. That's what Maruda says. And Mousy, I'm not even going to say what you just said. Oh my, that's just been the talk of the town, hasn't it? Yeah, we're doing readings. Would you like a general reading on your weekend? You're not getting married again, are you, Tarot Stash? Or is there anything that you're trying to keep secret, Gerald? Because it's me and Robin. Just saying. You want it, you're gonna get it. Hello, Diana, oil painter. Nice to have you here. Pop before hiss. Yeah, I heard the pop before hiss. Yeah, no, it wasn't a bottle. Oh, I'm going to stop for a second because my internet's going out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we'll read on your, it's coming back up again. We'll read on that. I've got you starred, Beverly. And Hershey, I have you starred. And it sounded like, and Mary says it sounded like fireworks. It did kind of, maybe even sort of like sparklers. Yeah. All right. So there we are. We're down at the bottom. I have Tarot Stash, Beverly, and Hershey. Okay. So far.
I just wanted to say something. You're doing great, but I was going to say, you were talking about speeding along, because that happens to me when I host. And it's such a relief to go be a guest on other people's channels, because I'm so aware of time and all the multitasking when I'm hosting, like paying attention to the chat, not leaving dead airspace and all this stuff, that I get so wound up and caught up in it that I'm just speeding along a mile a minute. And when I guest, it's like, that's not my place. They're the host. And I get to like relax a little bit more. So we might need to remind each other, take a breath, relax, calm down, because I do tend to kind of start rolling and can't stop the roll.
Yeah, Eleanor, I'm starring you right now, Eleanor. Thank you, Hershey. And remember, this is all for entertainment purposes only. Robin, for those who may not have met you, and I don't see that happening, but can you tell us just a little bit about yourself, please? And your channel link is, all of his information is down in the description, and a link to the channel. But can you, and I did read that you were a curmudgeon.
Yeah. Well, I started off my channel around 4 years ago, I think, or is it 5, something like that, as a kind of a tarot shopper helper, because at the time I was becoming reintroduced or interested again in tarot, but not being able to familiarize myself with the images in the deck because they're always shrink wrapped in the stores. And I thought, there must be some way I can see these images before throwing my money away and maybe not liking a deck. So I started seeing other channels that did that. And I thought, oh, I want to do that, but I want to show decks that I bought that other people haven't bought. And a lot of those I had already seen walkthroughs on other channels, but they were like obscure channels that I didn't think a lot of people were watching because they were obscure decks. So anyway, that's what I started doing, and I did have sort of a set schedule of releases and things, and doing lives, and it kind of didn't work out for me. A lot of people that have channels burn out real early, and I started to get burnout because of the scheduling, and I thought maybe I should just give up my channel. And I thought, no, just because you can't go at work with a schedule, just do it when you feel passionate enough to express something. You don't have to keep to a schedule. I know if you have a schedule and a routine, you're apt to do better with your numbers and the algorithm and all that stuff. But I thought, if I don't have content or I'm not in the mood, why do it? Just do it when you feel like it's fun and you enjoy it. And so that's what I've been doing for the last couple of years. And I'm on screen less than I used to be because I was accumulating decks that I didn't particularly want, just so I'd have content to share. And there are fewer of those now because I have a sort of a collection I'm happy with. And I find less and less other kinds of content that I want to share. But every once in a while, I get a little inspiration, something I want to talk about. Like you mentioned at the opening about your spread cloth being wrinkled, and I want to talk about that.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, wait, I just want to say, Gerald says, I have multiple Robin Made Me Do It decks, and I'm glad they are a part of my collection. And Thomas, I have your question too. So
yeah, I got Gerald into the Spectro Whirl deck, and he just went to town with it, and
yeah,
both copies and had guests on talking about it and stuff. So, yeah.
Sorry.
Can I ask you about the spread cloth you said was wrinkled? Can you whip it up and show it or not? Is it holding all your cards down?
It's holding all my cards are here.
Well, then let's just talk about it, because I'm guessing it's on the thin side or wrinkles or something. Yes? No? Or is it weightier?
Actually, I have two claws. One is weightier. Okay, here, look. So I have this one that is like a velvet, and then I just have a bandana, a dambana.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
and then there's my kitties.
Mhm.
Okay,
I
sorry.
I think spread cloths are really important. I mean, I do all my stuff on my lap on a lap tray. I have weird space here, and it's wood and it's really nice, but I don't like cards. I mean, it's nice to have cards right on a flat surface, but then I find I'm like scraping at the edges with my fingernails to get hold of them to pick them up. And I think a nice spongy kind of thicker cloth is better. So I crocheted this, and it's a little irregular at the edges, some of them, but it works really nice. And when I'm done with it, I can just roll
Roll it up.
and tuck it away, and then when I want to use it, boom, I'm ready to go. So,
I like that.
and when it's spongier and thicker, it gives a little, it depresses a little, and it's so much easier to pick up cards off of a cloth that way. And I'm glad we talked about that because nobody ever talks about spread cloths, but maybe that's all we need to say about them.
Well, yeah, and my problem is my the underneath spread cloth is hanging off of my desk a little bit. So every time I go up against it, it's moving things, but I'm not worried about it. And
It's too big. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, well, I'm going to completely redo my tarot room. I need to redo it, and I've been working with Aspasia Rising Beth, showing her my space, and she's like, "You need to do this. You need to do that. How about this? How about that?" And so, a lot of things are going to change for me, and I will be in a lot better space. Would you consider yourself a deck collector? Just wondering.
Um, yes, but I'm often referred to, I don't remember who labeled me as the card curmudgeon, but I embrace that because a lot of people that do walkthroughs are all positives. They're all praising. And I do it as I see it, pros and cons. Now I won't do a walkthrough of a deck I can't stand, but every deck has, I'm a Virgo, so every deck has things I love about it and things I don't like about it, and I like to share both. And whatever my tastes aren't different. I mean, they're not the same as everybody else's. So some things I don't like, other people are going to love, and vice versa. But I just kind of like to point out all those little elements that either I really love or really kind of rub me the wrong way. So
Yeah, and I almost bought the ones that I saw you. Yeah, Robin gives a balanced reviews of decks. And I love that because it's. But this is his open face, and on the back, it just showed up with. Is this the strength or is this the? Yeah, this
that's
is strength.
yeah.
Yeah, this is strength. That's my only. Every now and then I have to go. Wait, is this card every once in a while if I haven't used it in a while, and then I
You
also
know,
have. Mhm.
I just want to say that I like that version of the deck because I didn't put the labels on it. And I think you should go with whatever your intuition is in that card, like an oracle. So if it doesn't read strength to you, don't go with strength. Go with how you read the image. I liked it because I like that it's a tarot, and it is familiar. I do have a version with the labels on it. For people familiar with the major arcana, though, I don't think it's a real hard stretch for most of the cards to identify what they are. But I
It's
like
not.
the idea of making it all visual, no letters or words. So, like anybody in any language can read it if they're familiar with the tarot. And anybody that doesn't even know tarot, that just reads oracles, can get something from the image and work with it, I hope.
There's Miss Tarot D. Hi, Miss Tarot D. Yeah, no, keep it. No, so yeah, that makes sense. What you're saying. I'm sorry, I'm kind of in and out of the chat and stuff, but yeah, Gerald, it says I'm 2 away from 900. I was 900 the other day. It goes like this, and people, if you just stay subscribed and make the bell clear so you don't have to get my things. But why did people like they subscribe just so they can get a reading and then they unsubscribe? I don't get it, but that's okay.
I thought you were talking about 900 decks in your collection.
No, are you kidding me? I would have to kick my children out of the house so that I could have their rooms downstairs.
My
Or
collection is limited by my real estate, my shelf space. And so I currently have around 180 decks. I haven't checked in a while, but I have to kind of keep it there because there's no more room. They start stacking up. And I share my bed with several layers of trays with decks on them too. So, yeah, I just went through a clear out recently and got rid of about 40 decks that I donated to a friend to help her raise college fund money. So
nice.
that felt great because it's like I got them out of here. They were helpful to somebody else. And, you know, a lot of people want to sell their decks. Great if you can do it. It was too much of a hassle for me, but I feel good about knowing that I donated them and someone else got something out of that. You know, I got my use out of them. So,
yeah. And there's Deanne, Blue Crescent Tarot in the house. I was like, the last time I read with Robin, I believe it was with you, me, and Deanne. We did read the one time, just you and me, where we were playing with your decks.
mm-hmm.
And that's when we saw Gerald's wedding. You saw the setting. I saw the wedding. But you were right on with it. He didn't know he was going to get married outside at a park, I don't believe. And you were like, there's a problem, and I see a park. And I'm like, you're getting married. And boy, we were both spot on. So, hey, you guys. Miss Chody says, oh, Robin, I enjoyed our meetup and deck swapping. I got some really great decks from you. Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, perfect. Yeah, because you both are in the New York area.
Yeah.
I have to put this card. Trey, you did not get put on the list, but I just put you on there now. Let me tell you who's on the list, and then we'll get rolling as much as Robin and I can roll. We have Tarot Stash, Beverly S., Hershey, LNR, Tarot Your Way, Thomas, and Trey. Okay. Hi, Carl. Nice to have you here. Yeah, you can ask for a reading, Carl. I'll just star you, and then that's going to be about it. Yeah, here's what Gerald said. The two of you were spot on. These two are psychic, so don't ask a question about something secret. It's true. Something you don't want other people to know. You may not want to ask that. Oh, Mousy I have 2 decks, Oracle decks, and a FU deck. What's that?
I see something different in StreamYard than last time I used it. I'm able to scroll back and participate in the chat. And I see a couple people that commented on spread clause that I wanted to. Soul Alchemy with Indigo Jaguar says, wrinkled altar claws are less of an issue for me when you have a black cat taking naps on them and visiting during a live show. And Gerald says he has felt on his table for readings. Felt, I think, is really good for a spread cloth. I just wanted to take note of that.
That's it. Yeah. I think, and I personally always use, I have to put something down. And if you want to know why, it at minimum, if you really enjoy your decks, do your spreads on a cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ms. Tarot D, for some reason, I swear when I read from Ms. Tarot D, I feel like I can see out of their eyes.
Jane, do you store your decks in cloths like they used to say, wrap it up in silk and all that, or tuck boxes, or what do you do for storage on your decks?
Some I have just in bags, some I have in boxes and bags, and so and like all 3 of your decks go in this little box right here.
Okay.
I don't I would love it if all of my decks were in bags. I like that they're not in bags so that I can see them, but when I sleep with a new deck, yeah, I'm a Tuckbuck Rager too. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I got the nicest deck. I got the Witchy Cat. It's a Dame Darcy deck, and I got it for my birthday like last year. That from Speak of the Devil right there. Beth. Yeah. Did someone say George? Yes, I've got your Virgo here, Beth, because you guys are just one day apart. And boy, I tell you. All right, yeah. So let's just get reading.
Funny, sometimes packages are as important to me as the decks in a way, or they enhance something. But like mine, I keep in this little plastic kind of a soapbox thing that they sell at make playing cards. I couldn't package it with my deck, but you can buy them a la carte, and I absolutely love it. You can see the deck through the box, and it's like a playing card size box, and it actually is perfect to hold. I have two decks. I have a couple of these. I have Open Face and my Toadstool Tarot in the same box. They both fit in here because neither one's a 78 card deck. And then I have another one that has a copy of the Open Face and my Lenormand, Little Norman. They both fit in there. That's a little snug, but still with 30, what is it, 35 or 36 cards in the Lenormand, it fits in there with the other 22. So I just love this. It's just,
well, to be perfectly honest with you, when I ordered your deck, I thought I was ordering that box. And I accidentally ordered this box.
Oh, the bigger one.
But it's okay for me because it fits his Little Norman's Lenormand, his Toadstool Tarot, which is like a major with elements and with hi Linda Sandoval and Kelly S. Oh my gosh. This one is majors, and then it has elements and a court for each element. So
so all three of them fit in there?
Yeah. And look what's right behind me.
Yeah, that's great.
And yeah, this is a really pretty deck. I'm not going to show the card that's on the bottom because it reminds me of somebody that's going through here. So like all of them are different different kinds of toadstools. And if you lived in Indiana, let me tell you, there are mushroom hunters here like you wouldn't believe. And you get the lions, whatever, here.
Yeah, did I ever tell you how I got the name for my channel?
No.
It's a funny story, I think. You know Simon of the Hermit's Cave. I sort of adopted him as my mentor when I started off with the channel. I said, I think I'd like to do a channel too. Do you have any particular advice? He goes, don't use your real name. He goes, he could create another email, you know, and use that for your channel name, you know, come up with something. So I'm on there with Gmail and I'm like testing all these things out, plugging in names I would love to use, and taken. None of them were available. And I'm just looking around, and I had written this little book of fairy tales. And one of the images on the cover was a little elf sitting on a toadstool. So I wasn't even thinking. I just typed in Toadstool Tarot, and it took it. And I thought, oh crap! Now I'm stuck with that one
for the rest of your life.
It was fake because it really has worked out for me, and symbolically, I mean, I think it's sort of interesting, and it's not like overly spiritual or anything, but it's like people seem to like relate to its quirkiness, and it feels naturey to me. And I mean, I don't know that much about toadstools or toads for that matter, but somehow it relates to kind of fairy tales for me and that sort of. thing. So
now you've ruined all my delusions of why you were Toadstool Tarot.
yeah.
Speaking of boxes, I just wanted my nose itches. I am going to be using this deck today, partly the Star Seeker Tarot. I like this kind of box. You know, I like this kind of box. But then
Yeah.
I also like this box. This is the Ink Witch. You know, I like it when it opens like that and it has the clasp right there. I like those. And then this box is really good too. This is the Mystical Tarot of the Saints. This one, if you notice, it doesn't have thumb holes, but it doesn't matter because that part just lifts off. Boxes that don't have thumb holes or tuck boxes,
yeah. Especially if it's snug. If there's, I have some lift off and they're too snug, and you don't. You rely on the weight for it to pull it out. You don't dare close it again with no cards in it because you'll never get the thing open again.
I have one deck that's like that, and for the life of me, I can't remember what deck it is. But I know that I sometimes I'll throw the cards in it, and then I put the lid under the, I go like that when I'm using a deck, and then when I forget to tear them apart, like you were just saying. I forget to tear them apart after. So
Beth says, I love tarot bags. I think of them as outfits for my decks. I visualize her making outfits for her Barbie dolls or something.
I know. She has this one deck that she just loves, and she found a bag that matches it almost perfectly. And
I have this deck, my new favorite deck, which nobody will be able to find probably. I love the backs.
That's cool.
It's called the Manuscript of Initiation, and it's like put together with border designs from medieval manuscripts. But I needed something that looked antique-y for it to store it in, besides the tuck box. And I love brocade, and brocade, is that the right word? Tapestry. And I found this bag on Etsy I absolutely love. And
that is
it's
gorgeous.
An old sofa or something, with a zipper and everything. Only problem is it's a little bit too big. And so I actually had to have one of my own little crocheted bags inside that was a little more snug so the cards wouldn't slide around as much. So it's a double bagger, but it works.
Oh,
but
yeah. Hey.
It enriches or enhances my use of the deck for me to connect it with this antique-y looking fabric,
When I sleep with my decks, when I first get them, I sleep with them, and with a selenite or some kind of with selenite and also a crystal in it. I'll put those in a bag because I don't want to sleep with a box. But I just want to welcome Silver Star Priestess. Hello, welcome. She's going to be doing a live, I believe, on Monday, if I am correct. So, thank you for being here, Heather. I love you. All right. So let's get going.
Yeah.
Because we've been talking for 34 minutes.
Yeah, I've helped you.
Yeah, and so let's just go. Gerald, are you here? I'm already married, so that's not the one. Okay. Are you doing readings together? If so, I'd love a general reading about the weekend. Don't overthink this, Mr. Virgo. Oh, I'm going to use your deck because that's when we're reading about Gerald's weekend. I'm going to use your little Lenormand.
Okay.
And I haven't told you this yet. Thank you. He's here. Yes. Okay. Silver Star Priestess will be live on Monday, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. If somebody could put in her channel. Anyway. Hi, Early Ritual. Tom, right? All right, Robin, on my channel, I ask my guests to go first. I like my guests to go first. I'm one of those.
All right. I want to do more readings on my channel, but I'm still refining what I want to do with readings. And it's tricky for me because I feel like readings are a dialogue, and it's very difficult to do a dialogue with someone when you're waiting on them to text you back in the chat. So bear with me. We'll see what we get here. And I'm gonna use the open face just because he said general, and so that feels right to me.
Perfect.
So I got a 3-card spread. Okay. Well, first I get well, and I always read from the middle out. My center card is strength. I think there's some aspect of nurturing or revitalizing or strengthening yourself or people around you this weekend, possibly. There's something that may require you to kind of like hug energy around yourself. The first card is death, but that could just be like the end of the week. The week past is over. It could be something, I don't know what you're involved in or what you're doing. That's why I like the dialogue, because I could find out a little bit more about how this relates. But I'm just saying, you said you wanted to know generally about the weekend. Well, you're moving on from whatever came before in the week. That's behind you. But not always out of sight, out of mind. Just because you've moved beyond it, you can still kind of draw from what happened during the week that led you to your weekend. So, but it seems like it's moving from something that is behind you into this thing where you really are like holding yourself and others close, giving them a good, warm, supportive hug, reinvigorating yourself, revitalizing yourself. And then the third card is the Hierophant. And that has to do with some kind of teaching or guidance, which I'm getting a hit that it's somebody teaching you rather than you teaching others, but I know you do teach others with your channel, with a lot of the things that you do, and with your individual interactions with other tarot people, you teach them. But I'm somehow feeling like you're getting some input from some other place that's educational to you. Whether it be a conversation with a fellow tarot person, or maybe just a friend that has nothing to do with tarot that says something to you that's really inspiring, or just some kind of organization or something that you're involved with that's sort of helping increase your connection with things that are important to you. He's planning on spending time with friends Sunday. Well, okay, then, support and hug your friends and listen to them. They have things to say. Maybe there's stuff to be read between the lines that they say. You'll pick up on some little things that are going to be useful and helpful to you. That's all I'll say for now.
Okay. Very good then. Okay, yeah. And yeah, I'm telling a little story with Lenormand here. So we get the house. So your foundation, I mean your house, it feels like, are they coming to your house? Okay, so you're going to be going to a house. There's going to be a party. Okay. And I feel like there might even be some children there or something new. This can also be that there's something that you might be naive about, but I'm seeing a child. So with the house, the child, and the heart, love, and the love is right next to you. Okay. So you're going to be surrounded by love that is your support, your anchor, and this, whatever supports you, what anchors you, what grounds you. And then I have the moon. So I'm not gonna be like Robin. Well, is there a this and that or the other thing? I don't know what you're doing, but it looks like it's going to be a good time, and you're going to be using your intuition. And there's love, stability, something new, a child, even, and the house.
Can I respond? Because two things popped out at me, and they're just like so obvious, but they aren't really that integral to the card. When you held up a child, the balloon popped out at me, and I thought a play. I think Gerald is a very playful person. We know that. I think there's an element of play involved in this party or this gathering of people that's going to make learning or make interaction so much more fun, that there's a play element. And when you drew up the moon, I thought, oh, this is going to go long into the night. You know, this is a long party. Or if it's the afternoon, it's going to be a lengthy a visitation. So that jumped at me.
There you go. So that makes sense, he says, from both of us. So there you go. And that's how we do. So let us know how that works out. I feel like there might be somebody that doesn't show up, that was invited that doesn't show up. Just saying. That just came to me. And flowing, take care of yourself. Okay. I don't know if Beverly is still here. She's found a house and she wants to know. We do have a tendency to stay up late and chat. Good. Well, there you go. Like little kids, do shadow puppets on the wall. Shadow tarot. Wouldn't that be fun? No. Anyway. All right. Beverly S., are you here? We're going to go to the phone. Hi, Seascape. Beverly S., it's time for the reading. Beverly S., please come to the white angelic phone. Beverly S. There she is. She just got back from her walk. You must have known we were going to talk a bunch. All right, so this is about the house. I'm gonna continue with Lenormand and look around the house. That's what I'm gonna do. So she does want to know about this house. Oh, and Beverly reads Lenormand as well, by the way.
Okay, I'm using a different deck. This is my current favorite deck, the Manuscript of Initiations. And I don't know anything. I don't know Beverly. I don't know her situation. And I don't claim to be a predictive reader. Sometimes that just happens, but I'm sort of more about guidance. And this deck is a little of a challenge to me to work with, so I'm going to try. And also, I'm trying to change my direction in reading so that I don't give you answers so much as questions for you to investigate. So bear with me there, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. But because I feel maybe it's more useful if I sort of point you at self-inspection and questioning things about your situation than me just telling you things that I think are going to happen. So, all right. Again, I don't know about the move. I've got the 7 of Cups, which seems emotionally involved in lots of choices and options. And I would guess that anytime there is a move, that there are lots of decisions that need to be made. And since that's at the center of this spread, actually I drew 5 cards, sorry. And so since it's at the center of the spread, it feels to me like that's at the heart or the center of your matter. When I say heart of the matter, it's also cups. So it's your emotions are surrounding these choices or options over your move. Okay, I mean, that seems kind of obvious to anybody who's moving. But think about that. Ask yourself about those options and those choices. You're probably already overwhelmed with all the choices, but think maybe a little bit more discerning about setting priorities in the choices and which ones need to be addressed foremost and so on. Okay, To the left of that, I have Temperance. I should show you the cards, I guess, even though they're not very intuitive. It's funny. It looks funny. This little guy in the center. It's like it's a turtle shell with a human head, and then somebody standing on their back with like two cups, like two choices. So, I mean, I don't always get intuitive hits on these funny little, marginal illustrations. But on this one, it's sort of like something might be weighing you down in those choices to think about. And somebody might be dancing on your back, bugging you about, decide already, So anyway, just think about that. To the left of that, I've got the Temperance card, which is a beautiful card. And just Temperance is always, to me, balance. Tarot in general for me is the book of balance. For me, I use it as a guide whenever I go off kilter, too extreme to one side or another over something. It's trying to find center again. So for me, Temperance is like, if you get too freaked out about one thing or another, try to like pull yourself a little bit in the opposite direction so you can find your center again. So if you get overwhelmed by your choices, slow down, take a deep breath, think about, just let it naturally flow to where the center seems to feel. On the right, we've got Ace of Coins. Okay, that's the beginning of kind of material things and material issues. So again, if those choices that you have to make having to do with moving or housing are material issues, which they usually are, like your belongings moving or painting the house or whatever it is, it's at the beginning of that. And think about maybe the best place to start. If you're focusing on your choices or your plans, think about the best place to start. Maybe start in a small way. You're building up from aces to tens. So it's like at the beginning, just find a beginning that's kind of a comfortable place. Comfort, again, relating back to Temperance. Don't stress out. At the beginning, on the left-hand side, is the Death card. I don't see anything too serious there. I think it's just like putting the previous residence or whatever behind you. But there is some sense of you're parting ways with the past, the old house you lived in. Some of your belongings you're going to take with you. Some you'll probably let go. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with this house. So I'm reading sort of obvious things into it that maybe don't apply to your case, but there you go. And the last card I have is the Two of Coins, which again is balance. You're walking a little bit of a tightrope there over your decisions. So it seems like a lot of these cards are about making choices and decisions involved in the house of the new place. And I think it's just sort of like, don't get stressed out about any of it. Just like try to find your center, try to keep calm and pull from your resources and find out which one's the sort of easy way to dig in and begin with all the overwhelming stuff you've got to deal with. I hope that does something.
Okay. Oh, is that it?
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's fine.
The more I read, the longer I run on. That happens as you learn stuff, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So what I have for you, Beverly, is interesting. First of all, I'm seeing a letter. So there's going to be a contract. I do feel like you're going to sign a contract on a house, and here you are, person A. And like you said, you have 5 houses to choose from. And so that's a little bit cloudy. We don't know which one you're going to choose. And then I have another person here. Now, I don't know if you're going in on this house with somebody or if this could be your real estate agent, but there is somebody else involved. You might sweep them aside. They may not be the best real estate agent for you or something like that. I don't know. Or this is, the smudging, the cleaning, everything that you're going to be doing. But whatever it is, it's going to bring you abundance. Okay. We got the fish here. Now around the house, because I thought, well, I'm just going to look around the house. You're going in with your, okay, that's why. Okay. Okay. Perfect. That's why there were other people there. She is buying the house with other people. Okay. Perfect. So, and wait a second. So your wife, son, and baby. I mean, your son, his wife, and their baby. Oh my gosh, look at that. Son, wife, baby. Right there around the house. And it's good luck. It's lucky. It's a good thing. You guys are gonna find you're gonna find what makes you happy. So just keep an open mind. It looks really good to me. So that's what I see, Beverly, and then add that to whatever Robin said.
I should have let you go first on that because you know more about the backstory than I do, and that would have helped me. But I just want to comment. I created that deck, and sometimes stuff goes in there unconsciously that you don't plan, and little symbols pop out of me. I don't use that deck very much, even though I created it. The fish one, I always had trouble relating fish to finances, but I do more often read that as going with the flow. You get a little figure in that swimming with the fishes.
Oh, yeah. I see that. Yeah,
So
going with the flow. Yeah.
You're going into with another family where there could potentially be, you know, arguments, disagreements, little stuff. Just go with the flow on that. And then the other one about with the birds, it's like that too. You're going in with other people. Birds are about communication or talk. Well, that's the storks, but the birds are about communication. Sorry. So there's going to be chatter around the house. Don't let yourself be triggered by any little off chance thing that might be said. Just go with the flow and make it, you know, friendly chatter, you know, but at the start, you're getting to know how things are going in the house.
Yeah, there you are. Yeah, thank you, Robin. That's it. Yeah, and then I pulled one open face, and I pulled this one. So this is all about you. This is, take care of yourself, Beverly. This is the card of you. Make sure that you are happy and you get, you know.
And for me, that extra card is the card of awe and openness. And if you're going in with a family that you're not used to being around or living with, it's remain open and have that joy and awe and wonder about things that you're getting to know about them and enjoy it, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Thank you, Robin. Okay, so there you go, Beverly. Hershey, I'm just kind of going down the line here. Hershey, are you still here? I don't know who's had to come and go and all that kind of stuff. So Hershey, are you in the house? Yeah, and good luck, Beverly. And Hershey is here. Okay. And any particular thing, or are we just doing a general for you, Hershey? I think it's just a general. It's just a me. Are you wanting blind spots or what? Just any kind of reading. We can just general. Okay, it's just a general, Robin. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Eleanor.
I'm using the Toadstool Tarot, and this is a little different. I mean, it's funny. My initial impression is something dark, but it's just that the cards are going that way and they're on black backgrounds. The center card is the Moon card, which is always dark. For me, it's kind of like the unknown. Well, you're sort of asking this about your day, but I don't know much about you or what you got planned for the weekend. Maybe you don't either. Maybe it's something coming from the dark side of events of your moon that you're going to be dealing with this weekend. Maybe you're a little bit at odds with things you don't really know and you want to know, whatever it is. So that's the Moon card. The first card is the Death card, which I don't like in this position, but I don't I don't know why I'm feeling it that way. I think Gerald got the same thing in his reading. So again, it's sort of like it's Saturday today, so Friday and the week before are behind us. So whatever you were working on then, that's behind you. Focus on today, even though we still don't know what it is. And the third card is the Air card. So this is an element card. And what that says to me, the air sign is communication, thought and communication. So I would say maybe find some peaceful time for you to investigate the unknown or things that you're not sure you want to do or what you want to know about. Or
also, she's a Gemini.
Okay.
That's an air sign, is a Gemini. Yeah.
The moon card is also intuition. So it kind of makes me think, and with Hershey, for some reason, I think high priestess. So moon and high priestess and air, that's like all thought and communication. I think there may be like possibly some meditation time or some tarot or metaphysical reading study kind of stuff. Maybe you have time to do that this weekend. But all these cards in these images, aside from the Death card, all seem a little bit dark. I mean, they're on black backgrounds, but they don't feel bright and airy and cheery. It feels more like an indoor.
Robin?
Yeah.
Every single card hit home. Damn, I like it. So there you go. Okay.
Yeah. Everything. It's an internal thing for this weekend. I think it's like go within and study or pick up on hits,
Yeah, well, they're doing that on Hershey's channel. She does a thing called a scavenger hunt, and it's a tarot scavenger hunt, and you use your cards, and she gives you prompts, and two people go against each other, and they see which who can find the card, and it's a very fun show. I recommend everybody watch it because it's fun. And I think you're having, I forgot who was on today. Allie? Who was on today? Who are you having on today? I don't remember. But anyways, this is what I have for you. I got the Queen of Cups. So I went to my Star Seeker. So look at her. Her stars are just shining. And I really feel like it's interesting. I feel like you're going to be completely nurtured. And I know you're a Gemini, but I feel like right now you're in this nurturing mode. And that's why you got the Queen of Cups, because you want everybody happy, everybody well fed. You Allie and Tamsi, yes, exactly. And so I think it feels like a little gentler energy than when it was like me, and I don't know who I was against, but yeah, find the bluebird. We're not talking about the bluebird anymore. My cats ate my bluebird. But what Robin was saying about the going within, I get the Hermit too. So I really get that, going within, spending some time alone. I know Hershey, but shining your light. I think that this is really shining a light on all of your abilities that you do on your show, because it's great. And then the Two of Swords. So there's going to be, this might be the two people who are competing. They might really go, like really get excited about this. But there is a choice for you to make. There's the Two of Swords. But I just want to pay attention to the bottom of the deck, because it's the Sun. So there's going to be joy and exuberance today for you. So it just feels like it's just going to go really well. And there's a lot of joy there. And I love it.
You said that's the bottom of the deck, the Sun?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it funny that I got the moon and at the other end is the Sun?
Oh, the Sun and the moon. Yeah. And we just had that eclipse. Oh, yeah. The Sun card. Yeah.
I got a little hit on mine after I read it about the air card, because I presented it as like thought and communication, but I overlooked the obvious air, breathing. If you're not going out for a little bit, out in the air, open a window, let some fresh air in. It still feels like an internal weekend to me, but like, don't exclude that that kind of energy.
Yeah. Well, I love it. It looks wonderful. And so that's the Star Seeker for you. So there you go. And I can't wait. I mean, and you need to read a little bit faster because we have to get off of here before Hershey gets on because I got to watch this.
Oh, okay.
It's real. I'm teasing Robin, but I do like to watch it.
Go
It's a
on.
really,
What
it's
time
a
is
fun. What time? You said in an hour, and I don't know how long ago. What time is it on, Hershey?
noon or? Oh.
I think it's on a noon, a weekend to pamper you. Yeah, pamper yourself. 1 Eastern. Thank you, Tom. Early Ritual says 1 Eastern time. So you have time, if you aren't subscribed to Hershey already, to subscribe and then watch because it's fun. It's frustrating as all get out.
Okay. Yeah, I will
I'm
watch.
here going, I have that card right here. It's fun. And Hershey and Thomas are really wonderful. Excuse me, pardon me, are really great hosts. I like them. All right, so LNR scavenger hunt show. Yeah, it's today. Beth is gonna make popcorn. All right. Oh, and LNR is impressed with your readings, Robin. So she's wondering what you pick up. So great. This is wonderful. There you go. So we're doing LNR.
Okay. Would you mind going first this time? I don't know. I don't know her at all.
Well, that's the thing is, it's fun to, and I know I much prefer doing a face-to-face reading with people, and you can get such a better reading. Everybody out there, find your favorite psychic tarot card reader, whatever it is, and have a professional reading, or a good reading because they are much different. But anyway, yeah, Hershey, you're you can put your link in, Hershey. All right. So anyway, LNR. Gerald says he's going to go home and take his blood pressure medication to watch the scavenger hunt. It's true. It really gets you worked up. All right. So LNR, I will go first. There it is right there. Thank you, Hershey. There's the link. All right. So LNR, let's go with you, LNR. All right. So, okay, LNR. Okay. Interesting. This is interesting. Okay. So what I see here is there's a combinations of things that's going on. Because we've got the Four of Pentacles here, but she is sort of meditating and floating, but that's like hanging on to things. It's really hanging on to things, and it's almost coming from that place of lack where we don't want to do that. And then I get the Eight of Swords, so it's almost you're bound. It's of your own doing that you are in this space. You can get up and walk away from these swords. So there's something that you're not, it feels like really between these two cards that there's something that needs to be let go of that you're not letting go of. And then I also get this Page of Cups here. So the Page of Cups tells me what I really want to tell you, and I'm sorry these cards don't show up very well, but what I really want to say about this Page of Cups, it feels like the Page of Cups is the salve, is the healing to this lack and being and binding yourself. It's almost like you need to do more self-love. Love yourself. It's the message, pages being messengers. I'm going to say really do a lot of self-care. Maybe you can't go out and buy yourself a whole bunch of stuff, but you can certainly take a salt bath or just really do a lot of self-care is what I'm getting. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I have.
Okay. I got some of that the same in mine. I did 3 open face and 3 toadstool, one above the other, and they pretty much move in the same direction. The first position bothers me a little, but it's the most disturbing of the 6 cards. It's the Hierophant above the Devil. And so I would say that maybe there are outside influences or decisions or perceptions of other people around your environment, teachers, advisors, people telling you what to do, what to not to do, whatever. Temptations that are pulling you in different directions, things that are bothering you or stressing you out. Okay, that's just something to think about. In the middle, we've got the world and the earth. And
wow.
whenever I get the world card, it's sort of like stepping out into the world, dancing a little bit. You know, it's like embracing the all of where we all are in the world. You know, maybe it's nature. Particularly, I feel nature here because of the earth card and this sort of connectedness to nature, the earth, the ground. I'm getting like, you know, wiggle your toes in the dirt, or feel a connection to being grounded in some way to the world, you know, and the earth in particular, nature, whatever, is very helpful, leading me into the third position, which is strength and the Hanged Man. And strength for me is all about that, comforting yourself, nurturing yourself, and others maybe, but it feels more here about yourself because of like all the external stuff that was bothering you or temptations from other influences. Here it's like take care of yourself. Like I'm blanking out. Huh?
My name is Jane.
I'm having a senior moment. I can connect on an other world level, but not here on Earth. As Jane was saying, yeah, take care of yourself, nurture yourself, and the Hangman to me is suspense. Suspend anything that's a distraction other than care for yourself. So, you know, rest, you know, if resting means hanging by your heels from monkey bars, you know, that's fine. You know, whatever that means for you, take a nap, just do things that are comforting, nurturing, take care of yourself, and don't let other people or other influences stress you out.
Yeah. And that would really, you know, now that you say that you've been sick for 3 weeks, that would explain these 2 cards. Look, I mean, because you're kind of just hanging in there and you've got only these, like if these were energy balls, right now you only have 4 of them. And it's you've been bound to your bed because you've been sick, but really take care of yourself and get well. Okay. Yeah. And 8 of
I'm so
Swords.
embarrassed. I know who you are, but I'm looking for your name and your box on the screen, and all I can see is LNR, and I'm just like, what?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Greg. It'll all work out.
Doesn't everybody have those moments though? Occasionally, when maybe not. Maybe I'm getting to that age. I don't know.
I know. Well, let's go. Let's get on with Carl here. And thank you, Eleanor. I hope you guys really yeah, right, good. Thank you. Thank you, Eleanor. I'm so glad. And hi, Viviani. Thank you for being here. Okay, so Carl, are you still here?
More
Carl
specific.
may not. Let's use the phone. Carl, it's time for your reading. Carl, please come to the white angelic telephone. Carl, it's time for your reading. Did he show up? No. Trey's here, though. Trey, let's do it.
We're not doing Carl?
No, because Carl didn't show up.
Okay.
But Trey's here, so let's do Trey, and then we'll do Thomas, and then that's it. I think just yeah, just Trey and Thomas, unless Carl comes back. Oh wait, Carl is here. Okay, Trey, hang on 1 minute. We're going to do Carl first, since you were doing Carl anyway.
Well, yeah, I had pulled cards, but I put them away. But we'll see what happens. It was a lengthy thing here and more detailed.
Okay, will I get this new job next week and get paid? Yesterday I lost one and it was a disaster. Chaos. You have a lot going on.
Yeah.
You have a lot going on. So, all right, Carl. Let's see what we can and I'm sorry you're going through this tough time. It's a lot.
Okay, I'm going to go a little faster. I just pulled 3 from Open Face because this sounds like you want a predictive answer, and I don't do predictive readings. So
right.
This has for me to do more about your energy and being more positive or succeeding where you want to succeed, what you can do to get the job rather than will you or won't you get the job. And for me, well, the first card is the Magician. So you definitely have the skills and the abilities to get that job. Best way to make use of them possibly is the Temperance card. So again, this if you were here earlier, I was talking about finding your center. So it's like when you go to the interview or whatever, don't be too extreme, focus on your strengths, your magician's strengths in your interview. Don't veer too far off the path or, focus on the person who's interviewing you and how you can best represent where you are centered and grounded. What's your, the best you can give to the job because of, your skills better than they do. But, you want to make it feel like, yeah, this is a rounded individual. They've got strengths here that work for a company. So you work on that. The third card is the Star card, which is always for me, it's hope, it's inspiration, but it's also guidance and direction. So it feels a little more intuitive in this instance. Like how do you find your guidance to get this position? How do you find your inspiration? I think there's a lot of listening involved, and that's tricky when you want to share of yourself, but you need to engage with a person, make eye contact, which I'm terrible at, but make eye contact with the person interviewing you. Put a smile on your face, show that there's a connection, be interested, and be inspired by what they're saying and asking you to give your best magician answer to what they want to know. And the more comfortable they are with you and in knowing, what value you have for the company, the better your chances are for getting hired. I guess that's all about that.
Okay. Right off the bat, Carl, for me, they're telling me to go backwards. Again, I pull an Open Face.
Who are you?
So this is about you. This is use your intuition. And they're really pushing that card at me. It keeps flying at me. I feel like this is you in the 5 of Swords. It's that bully, like somebody got bullied out of, fought for that contract over you. And it's almost like it's not the 7, it's not the thief card, but just, somebody could have been more bullish. I'm not sure, but what I see here is I do see the 10 of Pentacles. So there is money coming in. There will be something. I'm seeing, this is the, the family inheritance card, but it's also, it's Pentacles. This is very earth energy. It's money, and there's 10 of them. And I see, and the 2 of Cups, working with somebody else too, creating a team, getting that dynamic going where you work together to make it happen. And I want to express to you, even if you're doing contractual work, now don't sit there and talk about yourself. We don't do that, but do say, you know, I'm a team player. Be a team player is what this card's telling me, and then that will lead to the financial situation getting straightened out. Okay, that's what I have for you, Carl. Do you see that? And then, you know what Robin was saying about using your thoughts, words, and deeds, and because I do have the King of Swords on the bottom, so I feel like what you say really, like, you don't need to go in there and tell them how good you are. It's almost like less words, better. Just take command of. I did not see you, Mousy, but I didn't see your request, but I just see you now. So just, I feel like it's a matter of just being direct and to the point, and take command of that. Say, I can do that. Yes, you've got partners. Okay, yeah. So there you go. And then it's the 7 of Cups. It's just, you have choices too. Okay. Did you glean anything from what I saw there, Robin? I see that little look in your eye.
Well, a couple things. The cups, they are emotions. So yeah, choices, but the choices sort of led by emotions. So think about that. Don't let the emotions overrun you, but take it into consideration too. And the 10 of Pentacles. Now, I don't know. I can't quite tell when he says he's got partners, if he's in a managerial position or if he's in a worker. As a worker, I was going to say, unless you're in management, you can't do better than the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, that's, you know, you can't accomplish more than that, other than jumping up to the courts where you're more like in the organization or operation of the company. But in terms of your finances or your achievements or accomplishments, you can't do better than the 10 of Pentacles. So that looks really good for you.
Yeah, it looks good. Just, you know, it feels like there's a lot of people that are probably putting in for this job as well. Hey, Miss Charlotte, that's SF. Hi, Miss SF. Thank you for being here. Okay. So there you go, Carl, and let us know how it turns out. Oh, Miss Charlotte. Okay, there you are. Miss Charlotte. There you go. All right, Mouse. Okay. Now we have
Is this the last one, or how many do we have left?
just two more. We'll just do 2 more because Trey is here. We'll do Trey and Thomas if Thomas is still here.
Okay.
And Mousy, if for some reason, okay, let it go. Okay, no worries.
12:19. If we can finish by 12:30, I think it'd be good for the other.
Yeah, we need to get going. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Trey, are you in the house, Trey? You were here earlier.
Wait, didn't we just do Trey?
No, we just did Carl. Okay, thank you. Okay, there you go. Trey's here. You're welcome, Carl. All right, Trey, just a general reading for you. Here we go. But just look at the energy around you or whatever comes up for us.
Yeah.
I see you, Trey. Okay, good. Thank you, Carl.
Oh my gosh.
Well, share.
Okay. General reading. I did again three open over the 3 Toadstool, and I got a repeat. Who, you know, out of majors only, in the same column, I got the same card in both decks. It's a central one, and it's the Fool. I say, you know, I don't know. He wants a general reading. I'm just going to say for this weekend or in the here and now, be a fool, be adventurous, do something fun, do something that opens your eyes a little bit. Now, go back to the negative. This has happened to me again. No, it was the Death card before, wasn't it, in the week? It was the Tower this time. So I'm thinking like, something maybe happened during the week leading up to this weekend that sort of shook things up a little bit. Maybe you're dwelling on it a little bit. Underneath that, I've got temperance. So Tower over temperance. Don't freak out too much about the things that came about that were unpredictable. Try to temper yourself. Keep your temper. Keep your temper over uncontrollable things, and be a little foolish, a little foolhardy. Have fun this weekend. And you do that with the star over the chariot. Take a drive. Go out, go to a bar, go somewhere that you'll find some inspiration. Maybe visit an art museum, or go walk in nature, or anything that inspires you. I don't know what your habits or pursuits are, but drive is like, sort of finding your direction, but it's also moving forward, moving ahead, I would say, towards some degree or element, something that inspires you, that will also guide you. So there.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good. That looks like a lot about what I have, because you had the Fool card there, right? The
Twice.
Fool, the twice. And what I have, it's very interesting to go with that Fool card, is I have, look at this. This is the Knight of Wands. But what I like about this, it's almost like the Fool has jumped off the cliff, but knows that it's okay because there's water there. So it's taking this idea, this creative endeavor, and jumping with it and being okay. Like water just trusts the fall. They know they're not going to they know they're not going to, the water isn't going to hurt. So trust in what you're doing. Take action on a creative idea, because it's about the things that you are connected to, Trey. I have the Lover's card here. So, I mean, it could be a relationship. Maybe you're going to go all out on somebody in a relationship, but these are the things that you are connected to, what you are connected to. So, we have the Lovers here. So possibly a relationship, or it's the relationship that you have with Source. But also, I see you balancing this is the Two of Pentacles. So it's that balancing act. So it feels like possibly you've got this creative idea here, and it's a balancing act to make it work. But remember the things that you are connected to, and to talk to your spirit guides and angels. That's what I get there. And that's how I do. So there you go. All right, Trey. And then Thomas. I don't know if Thomas and I think Hershey are still here because oh, good. Trey said it resonated. Good. All right. Thomas, are you here? Oh my, plug your ears, everyone. You may not like this, Robin. Hey, Thomas. It's time to reading. Would you like to come to the white angelic courtesy phone? Thank you. All right, we'll just stop that. Thomas is not here. He left. That's my crazy phone. So since Thomas wasn't here, I know, I love that phone so much. Hi, Twisted Sushi Mama. How you doing? How's the baby? Oh, Thomas is here. Okay. So here we go. It's our last one. And I'm loving that your baby is doing well. He's here. I see him. I got him. Thank you, Gerald. Okay. You're welcome, Trey. I'm glad it resonated. So. Yeah. Okay.
Thomas, are you going live today or tonight?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Thomas is magic. And he's driving, he's going. And he's inspired and inspiring people. So that looks to me like you're live tonight. You're going to do things that help people and inspire people. I'll just leave it at that. Thank you and good luck.
Yeah, Thomas is always the man behind the wizard behind the curtain, but he's okay. I don't know why that is. Okay, so Thomas, I have a message for you. This is coming from the heart space. It's coming right from the heart space. Look at all this message. See where it's coming from? This is where my spirit guides come in. I don't know where everybody else feels their spirit guides, or if you know how to feel your spirit guides, but that's what I'm seeing. There was something that hurt. 3 of Swords. There was something that was owie. I don't know what it is, but you may have been getting into your feels a little bit this morning or yesterday or something, and then but look, it's okay, because I feel like you got into your feels, but it's like you need to take some time to yourself, and then a bright new action. You get a brand new wand of inspiration, and it's shining. It's not a dead stick, right? So that's what I got for you. Don't ouch me. It's your cards, not mine, Thomas. No. So I don't know. What do you think? I mean, that's what I get for you. I get a little bit of like in your feels, maybe hiding out a little bit, connecting, saying, oh, I need to reconnect, and then coming up with the new creativity, this new creative one that you have here. Okay. That's what I have. It looks good. And that's it. Did that work for you, Thomas? Just ouch. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Let me get this off of here. Coming on today, Robin. And I would say to anybody, if you like tarot cards, and the Toadstool Tarot is a great channel. You're welcome, Thomas. Is a great channel to follow, because he does show a lot of decks. He is a deck creator himself. I have his Little Norman's Lenormand. I believe that's what it's called. I've got the Toadstool Tarot. And what I like too is I love the majors only. So, and then there we go. And I'm heaping praise in your general direction here, Robin. So this is his open face tarot, and he has another deck as well. I do not have it. So I'm getting the bees from Miss Charlotte. Robin, do you have anything that you'd like to say before we skedaddle?
I can't think. Well, actually, the only thing coming up for me is I'm going to be on Tuesday afternoon at, I believe, 4 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to be guesting with, the 3 gals in a deck.
Yeah, I love that. Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're doing a thing on knitting, crochet, yarn crafting, and tarot. I don't know how that would work, but all 4 of us either crochet or knit, and we're going to talk about that, and then cards that somehow relate, or I'm not sure, but it'll be fun.
That's 3 chicks, 1 deck, right?
3 gals in a deck or 3 gals in a guest. I'm not sure. It changes, and it also changes channels. It's
it does change channels. So you'll have to look for that.
Heather Carter and Sunset Bow Tarot. So it'll be on one of those, but I'm not sure. I think it might be Heather's channel, but I'm not sure.
Playing with needles, huh?
Yeah. Hooks.
All right.
For me.
Right. Okay. He plays with hooks. All right. That sounds like a lot of fun, and we'll be looking forward to that. So thank you, Robin, for being with me today. I appreciate it. Yeah, 3 girls, 1 deck. That's what it's called.
Okay.
3 girls, 1 deck. Very clever name, I tell you that right now. So watch for Robin there. Don't forget to subscribe to his channel. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And I got the bees right here. So remember to be kind, be love, and just be.